Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. In this video, I'll be solving the questions that are sent by our members of WhatsApp group and also the followers from Instagram. If you have any doubts, any particular question that you want us to solve or you want us to explain various ways of solving it, you can still send to us. In the description below the video, I have mentioned our email ID, have mentioned WhatsApp number also. You can also follow us on our Instagram profile and send us your doubts. Let's go to our first question. Ratio. This is a question based on ratio. Ratio between cost price of jeans and shirt is 6:5 and jeans and shirt are marked up by 25% and 50% above their cost price. Means this is the selling price or market price. Difference between discount allowed on jeans and shirt is 40% and the difference between selling price of jeans and shirt is rupees 480. Find cost price of the jeans. So now let's start by taking the ratio of cost price. Jeans is to shirts is 6:5. Okay. If you have watched our previous videos, you will know in ratio, when it is given as 6:5, we will not take it as 6 and 5. There has to be some common factor that is multiplied along with this. So let's consider cost price of jeans is going to be 6x rupees and cost price of shirt is going to be 5x rupees. So what is that we need to find? Cost price of jeans. This is what we are supposed to find, which is 6x rupees. So if we know the value of x, we can find out what is 6x and that is our answer. So what is market price of jeans? It is 25% above the cost price. What is cost price of jeans? 6x rupees. 25% of 6 is 1.5. So that is extra. So that is the MRP of the jeans. So 6x plus 1.5x gives you 7.5x. Now market price of shirt. It is 50% above the cost price. Cost price of shirt is 5x rupees. 50% is 2.5x. That is added to the cost price. So that is 7.5x. So what is the thing that you need to note here is market price of both the items are same. Okay, market price, that is MRP listed on the products, are same. Now difference between discount allowed on jeans and shirt is 40% and that difference is 480. Difference between their selling price is 480. So what is that 40%? 40% of selling price is 480 rupees. So what is 100% of selling price? 480 is 40%. Divide this by 40 into 100 gives you 100%. Okay. So this we cancel. You get 1200. This is the selling price. Selling price of which item? We have seen that selling price of both the items are going to be same, right? 1200 is the selling price. So 100% of selling price is 1200. Now if this is the selling price or market price, now what is cost price of jeans? If you know selling price, to find cost price, we divide selling price by the percentage factor. So cost price is selling price divided by 1.25. Why 1.25? Because there is a 25%, it is marked up. Okay, so selling price is 1200 divided by 1.25 gives you 960 rupees. To do this type of calculations, we have another method, that is using fractions. Here you see this is selling price. We have some cost price. So this is a cost price. By how much it is marked up? 25%. 25% of the cost price. This is 5/4 of cost price. So if you know this, 125% corresponds to 5/4. Okay, this is the fractional equivalent. If you know this fractional equivalent, then it is further easier to divide. So selling price is 5/4 of cost price. So you can write cost price is equal to 4/5 of selling price. 4/5 of 1200. This also gives you 960 rupees. So the answer is option A, 960. Let's go to the next question. A student finds average of 5 two-digit numbers. If one number is reversed and again average is found, then the average increases by 5.4. If all the 5 two-digit numbers are consecutive multiples of 4, find the number which was reversed. So here we see student finds an average. There is some average of 5 numbers. Okay, there are 5 numbers and there is some average. If one of the numbers is reversed and then we add again and we find the average increases by 5.4. Change in average is 5.4. Okay, so we need to find what is the change in total. Now change in total is change in average into number of values. So change in average is 5.4 into number of values is 5. This gives you 27. So change in total is 27. So here the new total is 27 more than the old total. So as I told you, as per that two-digit numbers and its reverse, always difference between a two-digit number and its reversed number is always a multiple of 9. It is 9 into 3. So the difference between the digits of the number is 3. Okay, so we will write down different pairs of numbers that is possible. In all these pairs of numbers, you have the difference between the two digits is 3. And if you take the reverse digits, that is 14 reverse is 41, 25 reverse is 52. Like this, if you check, you don't have to check it completely. I'm just telling it for you to understand the concept. Now, if you take the reverse of any of these pairs, the difference will be 27. Understood? Now, since after changing the total increases, it means the original number was lesser and after reversing the number became more. So our original number belongs to this first group. They have given all the 5 two-digit numbers are consecutive multiples of 4. Now you have to see among these numbers which is the multiple of 4. Multiple of 4 is 36. Okay. So what was the number that was reversed? The number that was reversed was 36. After reversing, it becomes 63. Okay. So your answer is 36. Hope you understood. Now let's see the next question. In a 21 meters long rounded column, a monkey climbs 6 meters in the first minute and slips 3 meters in the next minute. How long does a monkey take to reach the top of that pole? So this is a very popular question from decades, and still this remains as a popular question, and still students are confused somehow. So let me explain this type of questions. Here there are 21 meters. Okay, so you have a pole. I draw a rough diagram here. So there is a pole and this entire length is 21 meters. Okay. Now a monkey climbs 6 meters. Okay, this is 6 meters, and then it slips 3 meters in the next minute. So this much it will slip in the next minute. So how much does it effectively climb after 2 minutes? Only 3 meters. Understood? Overall it climbs 6 meters in the first minute. Second minute it comes down by 3 meters. So after 2 minutes it is at this height, which is 3 meters. Now from here again it will climb 6 meters in the third minute, comes down 3 meters in the fourth minute. So at the end of fourth minute it is here. Okay. To climb every 3 meters, 2 minutes are required. Okay, to climb every 3 meters, 2 minutes are required. Now we have 21 meters. So usual, usual way of solving is how students solve is for 3 meters, 2 minutes is required. So for 21 meters, time required is 2 by 3 into 21, 14 minutes is the usual answer that students give, but this answer is wrong. This will definitely be one of your options. I'll bet you this will definitely be one of the options. This is not the answer because see, every 2 minutes 3 meters it will climb. Okay, so always in such questions ignore the last 6 minutes. So 6 meters, totally you have 21 meters, right? Ignore the last 6 meters. I'll tell you why. So if you ignore the last 6 meters, you will get 15 meters, right? Count for 15 meters how much time will be required. Okay, for 15 meters, for climbing 15 meters, it will require 2 by 3 into 15. Okay, 2 by 3 into 15, 10 minutes will be required to climb 15 meters. Okay, so this is 15 meters. It is climbed here. Now the next minute, that is 11th minute, it will climb the remaining 6 meters and reaches top. So in 11th minute, monkey climbs another 6 meters. Okay, so already it had climbed 15 meters. So 15 plus 6 equals to 21 meters. Since it has reached the top, now it doesn't, see, this is a rounded column. So once it reaches the top, it goes and stands on that top of that rounded pole, whatever. It doesn't slip again. So the answer is 11 minutes. So let's see the next question. This is a question based on compound interest. So if a sum of X rupees amounts to 41,472 in 2 years 8 months at 30% per annum, when interest is compounded 8 monthly, value of X is. So this 8 monthly is a very odd number. You will not usually get it that way. You usually get half yearly or quarterly or annually. So 8 monthly is not actually a very standard question. Anyways, we'll see how to solve this. Now this is in 8 months. So let's find how many times the interest is added to the original amount. Now all of you know what is compound interest. In compound interest, a certain amount of money earns interest for over a period of time. For the next period of time, the interest earned in the previous periods, so that will also continue earning interest. So that is compound interest. So here what you can do is, this is the amount that is received in the end. You have to find what was the amount that was invested. To solve this, we will take, so principal amount is X rupees. Okay, principal amount is X rupees. Time is 2 years 8 months. This is actually 2 years is 24 months plus 8 is 32 months. Now we will write what is the value of N. N is number of times interest is added. Okay, that is called as compounding. Number of times interest is compounded. So interest is added every 8 months. Right? Every 8 months interest is added. So in 32 months, 4 times the interest will be added. Or we say there were N time periods. Rate of interest is 30% per annum. For 1 year, the rate of interest is 30%. We have to find what is the interest for 8 months, because every 8 months we add the interest, right? So we have to find what is the interest for 8 months. So interest for 8 months is 30% is for 1 year. So divided by 12 is for per month into 8 gives you 8 months interest. Okay, and this will be 20%. To find the answer here, we will use the formula A equals to P into 1 plus I power N. Okay, this is a formula that we can use to find compound interest. To find the original value. A is the accumulated amount, that is original amount plus the interest amount, which is 41,472 in this case. Principal amount is what we are supposed to find, that is x here. Interest is interest for 8 months, that is interest for every time period. How many time periods are there? 4 time periods are there. So 41,472 is equal to x into 1 plus I you have to take it in decimal. 20% is 20 by 100. It's going to be 1.2 power 4. So what is x? 41472 divided by 1.2 power 4, that we can write it as 1.2 into 1.2, because again, as I told you will not have calculators. So if you have to find the answer here, you need to eliminate decimals. I usually eliminate decimals. So what I do is, I'll consider this as 12 instead of 1.2. If I am removing one decimal point, then I need to multiply 10 in the numerator. Here I have removed 4 numbers after decimal point, right? Here one number, here one number. 4 numbers I have removed after decimal point. So I need to multiply 10 4 times, that is 10,000. Now we cancel this by 12. You get 3, 4, 5, 6. Again we cancel by another 12. 2s are 24, then we get 8s are 96, then again 8. So another 12 we will cancel it. We get 2s are 24 and 24. 12 2s are. So we cancelled everything and we ended up with 2. 2 into 10,000 is 20,000. So that is your answer. Okay. Hope it is clear. Next question. If the average consumption of a car's petrol is 96 liters for first month and 120 liters for the next 7 months, what is the monthly average cost? Actually it is consumption. The student sent it as cost. Okay, it is what is average monthly average consumption. So this is a question of combined average problem. Okay, so combined average, or we say average consumption in this case. Average consumption is, we have to use combined average formula. A is equal to N1A1 plus N2A2 divided by N1 plus N2. This is a formula we'll be using here. What are these values? A is the overall average. N1 and N2 are number of values in the first and second group. A1 and A2 are average for first and second group. Okay, using this data, using this formula, you can find out overall average. Here N1 is number of values, that is 1 month. 1 into 96 plus 7 into 120 divided by total is 1 plus 7, which is 8 months. So this gives you 96 plus 8, 40 by 8. So this is 936 by 8, which is 117 liters. Okay, this is a combined average formula, very simple question. So these 5 questions I have solved for this video. There are few more questions received by students. Yesterday evening I received those questions I'll be solving in my next video. If you have any doubts, feel free to contact us in our WhatsApp or Telegram or through our Gmail ID also. And if you have still not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe it and suggest it for your friends also. Thank you. We'll see you in our next video.